Hi, it's Opal1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox, and today I've got some piracy and some trading, as that's pretty much what I get up to. I spend a lot of my time doing power play and trading, mining. I spend most of my time in a Type 9 doing those, or a Type 7 or other ships, and then I come down to Melandra or Sol and I do a bit of piracy, depending on where I am. It depends on what ship I'm in. If I'm in Melandra, these days I'm mostly in my cutter or my clipper, and if I'm in Sol, I'm mostly in my dropship and my Cobra Mark IV. Now, I try to be fair when I pirate people. I send messages, I try and elicit the cargo from them, and if they won't stop, if they keep moving, I just hatch break them and steal it. I very rarely shoot anyone or take out their drives or stuff like that. Very, very occasionally I will, but I try not to. Depends what they're in and depends on how likely they are to be getting away. But I keep things very simple, very sweet. I don't tend to fire too many hatch breaker limits. I don't take too much cargo off people. I only extract a little bit. I even run a compensation scheme. If someone dies accidentally during piracy, I will pay them the rebuy and the cost of their cargo in goods. Usually I pay that off in low temperature diamonds, painite, platinum, other valuable stuff I have in my carrier. However, I haven't killed anyone during piracy in a long time. There are people that I do kill for power play reasons, and because they're KOS for my squadron, etc. But again, that's very rare. I don't tend to kill that many players. I do engage in a bit of 1v1 PvP stuff, but that's all friendly stuff. Sometimes to death, sometimes to a percentage. But yeah, I'm not really someone who goes out and hunts down and murders other players. So it always surprises me when I hear from people that they've heard that I'm this massive ganker that goes around griefing people and murdering people and doing horrible things. It's kind of surprising considering how much content I have made over the years and how much content I have out there of me doing no cargo free to goes or pirating people and being very delicate and not harming people and doing the roleplay stuff. You know, it's surprising that some people out there think I'm a griefer when in reality, what am I, Matt Damon?
Space pirate.
Oh, there we go, 9 tons robbed from that guy. I asked for 10, he didn't give it, so I robbed 9. But he doesn't get the free pass, so I could technically keep robbing him over and over again. I don't tend to do that, but you know, I could. That's the joy of complying, is you get a 24-hour pass and you're free. And then, in the same evening, I shared a load of wing missions. It was only 10 that I had stacked up. I ended up doing 30 wing missions last month. I generally share at least 20 a month, and sometimes more, and I share them around the community. I do a lot of things for members of the community. I have Meta Alloys stored on my ship, which I give to people who need to unlock the engineer that needs Meta Alloys. I have modular terminals on my ship for the people who need them to unlock the engineer. I usually keep, some osmium on my ship. There's usually the stuff that you need to unlock engineers. I normally have it on my carrier. I've helped a lot of people over the years unlock a lot of engineers. In fact, just this month I sent my carrier on a wild goose chase to meet up with somebody who needed modular terminals. And that's it, I just send my carrier over to them, put them on sale at 5% market value and let them have them. I often loan my carrier to people to take them out to the crystal shards. You know, I do a lot of silly things for a lot of people. It doesn't affect me. I am at heart an in-game bad guy and roleplay pirate. So I'm not surprised that people moan at me for my piracy. I'm just surprised when people moan at me for ganking people or forcing people off this game, which is an accusation I get thrown at me quite a lot, which I do find absolutely hilarious considering I think I've done more to promote this game on Xbox version than anyone else on that I can think of. Yeah, I've done my part for trying to keep this game alive as much as I can. So the accusation that I'm chasing players off the game is a little bit weird, especially considering how willing I am to help new players. Usually that accusation is thrown at me by someone who got caught cheating or embarrassed in some sort of way. Yeah, it's like I quite often get called toxic and abusive and told that I send abusive messages to loads of people, and yet oddly they can't find any screenshots of these abusive messages. Very bizarre. But you know, yeah. I get accused of all sorts of weird and wonderful things, and the evidence is usually trust me bro. Which is quite funny because it normally comes from people who are already known to be cheats or etc. or of dubious character, and they're throwing around accusations with no proof. Yeah, it's funny. And if you are a new player and you need credits or need help, need modular terminals to unlock the engineer, need osmium to unlock an engineer, or need a metal alloy, let me know, hit me up. You can always add me on Xbox. You can always remove me afterwards if you don't want me seeing where you're trading, because maybe you don't want to know a pirate to know where you're trading. But generally I stick to my hunting grounds. People know where I pirate, so if you're in Melanja or you're in Seoul, expect to see a pirate occasionally. It just happens. And I must admit, it is quite funny the amount of salt and hassle I get over being a roleplay pirate in a video game. It's just remarkable how many people get that attached and that upset to their cargo. I get blocked by a huge number of people in this community. It's just absolutely hilarious. They get so upset by a few tons of cargo, especially when I give away billions but steal a few tons. It's so hilarious. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you think I should be fairer as a pirate. There's something I do that you don't like. I know some people are saying I hatch break too quickly, but you have to be mindful of how quickly a cutter can low wake back up. But anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and always remember, as far as I am concerned,
Everything's better.